Support for Central Florida Public Media comes from Orange County Library System, offering enriching programs and resources for seniors at 15 locations throughout the county, with hands-on workshops, expert-led seminars, and more. A complete list of programs is available at ocls.org/senior/events.
Can we see the neurological impacts of music in people with dementia via our saliva? You're listening to The Wrap from Central Florida Public Media. I'm Joe Mario Pedersen. University of Central Florida researchers are working with musicians to better understand how music may impact and benefit the brains of patients with dementia.
If we can improve their brain function by the music, that'd be great. And then now we have a good tool to look into the brain response to those music.
Learn more about notes and neurons and the secrets saliva can help uncover. That's ahead on The Wrap, the big stories this week from Central Florida Public Media. But first, these headlines. An independent audit of Florida's universal voucher school system has found a nearly $400 million funding shortfall for last year. There was serious budgetary problems that included some public schools being shortchanged. Central Florida Public Media's education reporter Danielle Pryor has more.
The audit found a funding shortfall of $398 million for the voucher program during the 2024-2025 school year. It also found missed cross-check opportunities and ineffective survey processes, which led to some public schools not getting paid for their services. Senator Jason Pizzo, an independent from South Florida, is vice chair of a committee that reviewed the audit. He thinks the Florida Department of Education isn't up to the job.
These are taxpayer dollars. We're trusted with these dollars. And I'm left myself asking, does the department have the ability to actually reconcile these issues? I don't know that many people in that office have ever made a payroll. Certainly, you could never close out books for a company or an organization the way this is.
The department says it's working on strategies to collaborate and communicate better with public and private schools throughout this process. Danielle Pryor, Central Florida Public Media.
The Orange County Commission unanimously approved a TV and film incentive program using $25 million in tourist development tax funds over 5 years. Central Florida Public Media's Joe Burns has this report following Tuesday night's commission vote.
Commissioners heard from more than a dozen film students and professionals who wanted the chance to stay in Orlando and work. Actor and filmmaker Eddie Venegas emphasized the economic benefit of incentivizing the film industry.
I've built my entire career here in the city, beautiful, and like thousands of us, I want to stay here. I want to work here. I want to contribute here.
The $5 million a year incentives program is geared towards small to medium-sized film projects, TV productions, and high-end commercials. The incentives come with certain requirements, like featuring local places and hiring local film students and graduates. For film and TV projects, the program offers a 20% rebate on Orange County spending for up to $1 million. Joe Burns, Central Florida Public Media.
The Greater Orlando Aviation Authority has voted to begin conversations with the City of Orlando and Orlando Police Department about creating its own internal police force. Right now, the Orlando Police Department provides those services. Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, who is on the GOA board, said he likes the idea, but he cautioned an internal police force may not be able to keep up with certain demands.
If there's a staffing shortage or vacancies or what have you here at the airport, the Orlando Police Department has the ability, because of its size, from its other operations to pull staff to be able to staff up to fill whatever vacancies may be. If you are the only entity, you're the entity.
Vice President of Airport Security, Jonathan Cute, said an internal police force will allow the airport to train, recruit, and retain specialized airport officers, as has already been done at most of the country's largest airports. Cute said the cost will be the same cost as contracting with OPD. The Wrap Inbox Edition is your Wednesday digest of what matters most in Central Florida. The weekly newsletter delivers the top headliners, original reporting, and a handy guide to Central Florida Public Media events, all presented in a format that's quick and easy to read. It's the perfect companion to the Wrap podcast. Sign up at cfpublic.org/The Wrap. Studying dementia presents a lot of challenges for researchers. Observing complex mechanisms in the brain as they naturally occur is next to impossible without invasive measures like a spinal tap. But researchers at the University of Central Florida have found a way to study dementia using the saliva of patients before and after they listened to music they grew up on. I got the chance to speak with a UCF neurologist and musicians as they work together on a novel musical way to better understand brain wellness. That's the sound of the Pegasus String Quartet, made up of 3 graduate students and a professor from UCF's School of Performing Arts. The musicians are rehearsing for their upcoming performance on Friday, the second of 3 concerts that are part of a first-time collaboration with the neurology department. In the audience will be healthy patients and patients of varying degrees of dementia. The idea here is to collect their saliva before and after the performance to track their brain's response to the music.
If we can improve their brain function by the music, that'd be great.
That's Dr. Kiminobu Sagaya, head of UCF's neuroscience department. He's also one of the researchers who developed this new kind of test allowing scientists to use saliva to better understand dementia. Sagaya says cells carrying biomarkers are found in saliva, and those biomarkers show what neurons are saying to each other, in this case, when music is playing.
They're using this transmitter to talk in each other, and then if they got excited, we're supposed to see those increase.
But medically speaking, all that neuron chatter cannot be heard or seen through simple measures.
You don't want to do the spinal tap, right? That's very painful and then could be dangerous.
An MRI could successfully map the brain and regions affected by dementia and music, but those are costly and the noise from the machine could be distracting and skew results.
How can you put those people while they're praying or they're listening to the music into the functional MRI? That's almost impossible.
Sagaya says one of the main goals with this experiment is to hopefully see not only how music affects the brain, but also if certain kinds of music impact the brain differently. That's something he says researchers don't know.
Nobody knows yet, but after knowing those, maybe they start listening to those music more frequently in the daily life, and that prevent the progress of the disease.
To help with this study, Sagaya has enlisted his wife, Ayako Yonatane, a violinist who leads the Pegasus String Quartet. Yonatane has been teaching classical music at UCF for over 30 years.
Because I'm a performer, I don't really believe I have that much influence, but I think the music itself has the power.
Yonatane will be playing classical music, but also some memorable classic pop songs too.
Like Beatles, ABBA, or those things. Not Swift Taylors now, but because old people can sort of have a memory of those pieces.
Yonatane and the quartet played a few weeks ago in the first round of experimental trials for patients and heard that nonverbal patients were responding to the pop classics.
So when we did the concert, the first one, people start kind of like sort of moving around, moving their hand.
Sagaya, Yonatane, and all the researchers working on this project are hoping that these final 2 concerts glean even more insight into the impact of music on memory loss patients. The Pegasus String Quartet is free for all to attend 2 p.m. at the College of Medicine's Lewis Auditorium. Joe Mario Pedersen, Central Florida Public Media. That's it for The Wrap this week. This podcast is produced by Central Florida Public Media with editorial assistance from news director Latoya Dennis. I'm Joe Mario Pedersen. This is The Wrap.